friends. Howdy, howdy. So it is March 1st. And the beginning of the Trevor Project, 25-minute a day strut your strength. So it's literally so much flexibility with this. I love it. So it's all about just bringing awareness to, in my opinion, radical acceptance. The Trevor Project is all about inclusivity for the LGBTQ and bringing services to our youth and a safe place for them to know that there's a safe community of people that love and accept them. So the challenge is do something. Whatever it is, do it mindfully for 25 minutes a day. So I love that. And today I'm feeling like some Qigong. So that's what I'm bringing. I'm also going to time myself because I'll just get caught up in it and I will just do whatever for forever. So let's get a little timer going and figure out what 25 minutes of movement looks like. And get moving. I'm pretty warmed up already, so we'll kind of start already warmed up. So just coming into your space, into your place, if you're joining me, or if you're coming back at some point, we're just going to do 25 minutes of movement. All right. So basic stance in Qigong is just hip width apart, kind of loose joints, soft knees. The whole thing with Qigong is just soft movement. So just come into your place, whatever that looks like for you. And let's go ahead and start. Where do I want to start? Let's start with some shoulder shrugs. I always need to let go of some stuff. So just roll them up, roll them back. Do that 3 times. Pretty much do everything 3 times in Qigong practice. You'll notice that when you follow other people that do this practice. And go ahead and bring the hands up to the shoulders. And we'll just do some rotation. Bring them forward first, opening up the wings and the shoulder blades, and send them back. Keeping that looseness, softness in the knees. And then on that 3rd time, I'm continuing to breathe, so important. Inhaling up, exhaling down, and then send them the opposite way. So now sending those elbows back up. Probably could have worn a lighter shirt, I apologize. Blending into the background here. Continuing to breathe as you rotate. And open up and release all of that stress and anything else that's hanging out. Okay, let's bring the wrists and the hands in, just going into some circle rotations. So bring the hands in and begin to rotate, and then make some bigger circles, bringing the whole arm, wrist, elbows, and then go the other way. Whoop, wait. A funny little body. It wants to do things one way. And that's why it's important to go both directions, adding balance, because we do get stuck in those patterns. All right, shake it out. Let's do knocking on the door of life. So begin to send the hands back and forth, one in front of the other, and actually physically knock on your body. As you find this twisting motion, your back of your hand begins to knock on your spine, and that is the main dantian. That is an important part of energy release in this practice. So just kind of tapping. This one is called knocking on the door of life. Opening up the spine with the spinal twist. And then come back to a nice gentle, back to that neutral stance. Just kind of shake it out a little bit. And then we'll do one that's pretty similar, but the hands don't come to touch. So this is the pendulum. So bring the arms out in front and really begin to twist. See, there's more of a twisting here. I'm actually coming up onto my heels as I'm swinging my arms like a pendulum. And really opening up. This is opening up the legs even more and the rest of the spine, all of the blood flow activating the body. And then let's come to a slow stop here. And then we're going to send that energy forward and backward. So I love this one, sparrow shaking the earth. So coming forward and backward, just like a little bird getting ready to take off. So begin, I like to find a little bounce in my knees, and then I begin sending my arms up and forward, and I find this beautiful flow in between lifting up. I'm lifting and stretching the spine, scooping back, bending the knees. Do what you can. This is really heating up and activating the body, bringing some hot energy in. And maybe a couple more times here. And then let's bend and twist like bamboo. I just have so much fun with that one. I'm very bird-like. All right. Let's bring those arms up. I'm going to step back so you can see me. Well, anyways, my hands are clasped, and then just reach up and stretch up, looking for length here. And then begin to turn and twist to one side, reaching up, lengthening, still feeling that openness all the way down. And then exhale, come back to center. Let's go over the other way. Inhale. Reach and twist and stretch up, looking for that length and that opening up the spine. One more breath, and then exhale, come back. Now begin to find a twist and a bend and a little rotation here in the hips. So almost like there's a windstorm maybe, and I'm really grounded and rooted, but everything else is bending and twisting. Beautiful bamboo, strength, power, flexibility. All right, relax those arms, let it go. Now let's do shaking. That just seemed natural, right? That's the fun thing with Qigong. You can go with the flow. That's what we're trying to do here. So shake it out. Shake like jelly. Start with the shoulder. Shake it out all the way down. Shake, shake, shake. And flick the fingers. Get rid of anything that's holding on there. And then shake the other side. Start with the shoulder. Roll it out. Get loose. Loosey, loosey. Shake, 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 flick those fingers, and then bring the leg in. I'm going to hold on to my table here so I can really shake it out. I hold so much in my hips, in my low back, so I'm just going to let this whole side really go. All right, loosen it up. Okay, or other side. I want that stability, so now I'm coming over here. You can do that, move around. Or you can just stand there. I just didn't want to fall over. So I'm going to use what I've got, some props. Shake it all out. Shake everything. Oh, woo. Okay, now my heart rate is definitely going. So let's come into some Qi balancing. Just to come, I got all energized there. Just to bring the balance back. Inhaling up. Exhaling down to whatever that comfort is. You know, that changes for me every day, kind of scooping up. I love the analogy of like bringing your hands through rice, almost like as you're lifting up, you're sifting through, and you're kind of straightening the legs, and then it just kind of float back down and just let everything go, relax it out. That's one way to balance the Qi. Another one is to kind of lead with the wrists. Could do more of forward, lead with a soft wrist, almost like you're a puppet. You know, you've got little strings that are lifting you up. And then just relax and drop the arms down. You begin to feel the chi. At least I do. I totally can start feeling all of this energy around me. So just enjoy that for a minute. And let's go into exchanging heaven and earth. So this one we're working opposites. So we'll send one arm will go up, palm face up, the other arm will go down, palm face down, and they kind of meet at the center and then switch sides. So find that neutralness again, and then we'll come up, and now I'm going to flip my hands and exchange, shifting opposite directions, reaching. I like to look up. Just really kind of depends where I'm looking here, and then we come back to that center and then flip and rotate. And there's this bending and this curve in my spine and in my hands and my wrists, and just opening up. So kind of exchanging heaven and earth, pushing, working opposites, opening the body. A couple more times. Reaching up and out. Love this one for just balancing, stretching. It's invigorating. I enjoy it very much. I hope that you are too. All right, let's come back here. Balance the chi. Always can just come back to balance the chi if something's feeling too much. Let's go into drawing a circle. So we come in, palms come up, hands face together, reach up, coming up, and then they go opposite directions. Now my palms are facing out. I'm going to have to really scooch down so you can see. And coming down. I'm not going to stay down here for very long, just so that you can see as the hands come up. They're reaching up, and we're drawing this beautiful circle. Really opening everything up, coming up and out. Again, now I'm coming back into that. Now that you've seen that a little bit. And that, draw your beautiful circle. And from here, let's go into pushing a wave. So now we're going to do that front back motion. So come into open stance. You've got one leg behind you. I've got my right leg stepped back. My left leg is bent and forward. And there's going to be a motion both in our legs as we push forward and we pull backwards. Now we bring the arms almost as though I'm pushing. I am a wave. The crest of the wave, and then come back. Bringing the full body in. Pushing a wave, pulling. Continuing to breathe, being soft with the wrists, finding this motion in the knees and the legs, whatever feels good. Find this fluid movement in your body. And then come on back to stand. We'll switch to the other direction. Other leg goes back. And pushing and pulling, and finding that wave. Where are you here? On this side. Opening up. And coming back. And just breathing. Finding your breath. Finding your movement. And let's come on back. Balance the chi. And let's do, let's just do some hip rotations. Let's bring in the hips. So bring the hands down to the hips and begin to find your rotation. So opening up the hips, opening up the knees and the low back. Got a nice open spine. Let's keep that going. And then go ahead and go the opposite direction, whatever feels good, to the depth of your comfort. Some days I'm a little bit deeper, some days I'm just right here. It just depends. And then we'll go from here. Let's do some knees. Bring the knees in, do a little rotation here. And then switching and going the other way. Let's do some heel dropping. So come up on your toes. Come on up. And then just drop down and allow a gentle shake in your body. Come on up and dropping down. Do that a couple more times. Then we'll go out and in. So going to the outer edge and then coming to the inside of the arch. Feel that stretch, very different in the legs and the feet. Not something we do a lot. That's super important to continue to create that strength and balance in your ankles. And then we'll go one way and the other way. So send them both to one direction and then switch over to the other side. Same thing. Feel the difference in that activation in your tendons, in your ankles, in your body. And then just find a little rotation, add a little lift, shake them out a little bit. All right, come on back to that horse stance and let's do some swimming dragon. So we've got our arms nice and warmed up, they're ready. Our legs are now ready to handle us. Bring those hands together, right at heart center. And then as we begin to breathe, we're going to go opposite directions. So swirling like you're a dragon, going from one direction and pushing, whichever hand is on the top. It's kind of pushing down and activating the wrist. And then swirl back. Come on up, find a movement. The amazing thing in the Chinese culture with dragons is that they are both air and water animals. So now we're going to come down and bring your dragon down. And begin to find this swirling S motion, figure eight. Coming down to the level of your comfort. I'm coming really far down. I can. I'm feeling flexible today. And then scoop on up. Coming back. Let's find a little bit of rest. Let's go into Cobra. In Cobra, we just come in and bend and twist. And then come the opposite direction. Sending your shoulder down and rotating. I'm sorry, it's python. Did I say cobra? Cobra, python, snake, you call it what you will. There's so many, and you'll notice that too in practices. Some of these words get changed in the interpretation, or I just mess them up. All right, coming on back. All right. Come back into that chi, balancing the chi. Come back into that breath, into that flow. Let's do an open heart. This one looks like lifting up the hands with those soft wrists and then sending them out. And coming back, bringing the chi back up. Regulating. Lifting the hands up, and then out. And really finding a softness in the motion. Coming back to the breath. Opening up, opening the heart. Finding this beautiful flow with your arms, with your chest. A couple more times. We'll go into, let's do last one here, maybe swirling the plates. I'll send you off with some additional practice. So come into that horse stance. We're going to imagine that we have a plate. So we don't want to spill anything, right? So come in. I have to come a little bit deeper to be able to show this. I'm going to send my pinky forward first. So we're going to go in both directions, but we'll start sending our pinky toward our hip. So bring your hand in toward the hip. Come on down. Swirl the plate. Now I'm going to send it up and above, looking up. Reach up. And swirl around. And swirl that plate back toward the hip. Come around, dip down, look up, dip up, reach back. One more time. And swirl this around. Come on back, reach up, spin around, and come back to that plate. Now let's send it the other way. So now we're going to trail the thumb. So send it up above and then come back down around. So now I'm going to come up in front of me and then swirl back. Now my thumb comes toward the hip and then rotate up, creating this figure 8 and the swirling S as we swirl the plate, trailing the thumb, following the thumb, keeping my tray and my plate good. Here comes that thumb toward the hip and then come on back. Shake it out. That one takes some practice. So just find your stance, find your place, and then figure out which way you're going to go first. So we started with our pinky first. That's going to go down. Take that pinky, bring it toward the hip. Rotate up, send it up and around. Swirl and come back. Bringing that pinky back toward the hip. Swirling around, finding that beautiful figure 8. One more time, pinky toward the hip, rotating up, looking, bending, stretching, and then coming back, shake it out, and then we'll go the other way. Now we're going to go up and around, sending that thumb up, comes up and back, swirl around, twisting at the elbow, bringing that thumb toward the hip, and then rotating up, following the hand, following the body, allowing yourself to bend and twist. Here comes that thumb toward the hip. One more time, reach it up, stretch it out, swirl that plate, come on back down. Come on back, here's some breath, here's my plates. Should we try to do both? Do we want to get really challenging? All right, let's see what we can do. Swirl one up, swirl the other one around, reach, twist, see what you can do. Where's your plates? Am I swirling? I'm not even sure what this looks like, but I tell you what, it feels amazing. So that's the amazing thing that I love. I'm going to try to go the other way about, wait, that's feeling weird, about Qigong, is that you can literally just have so much fun with your body and moving. I'm sure I dropped whatever I was holding on these plates. I'm going to come back. That was brilliant. That was fun. Come back to regulate the breath. How about we end here with our lotus? And this one, we come up, bring the hands back, or back of the palms together. Reach up, scoop up. Hands come to prayer hands right down through center. And then we send them out, send that love out. Love to all of y'all. Gratitude for showing up. Inhaling, back of the hands come up through center. exhale. Inhale, scoop it up, bring that energy up, reach up, hands come together, bring them on down right through heart center, and then send it on out. All the love to all my friends, to all of you, coming back, finding the breath, finding this beautiful flow, coming in and up, reaching, calming down, going on out, scooping on up, regulating the breath. And the loving kindness and the lotus flow. All right, let's come back just to regulate, whether you're here or you're this one, whatever feels good for you in this moment. The intention for this Qigong is for inclusiveness. Just knowing that everyone can do something. We can all move a little bit. Oh, there is my timer. I knew we were getting close. Inhaling and exhaling, just coming back to the breath, coming back to my intention. And my intention this month is to align with the Trevor Project and their move for Strut Your Stuff 25 minutes a day. So that was our 25 minutes today. And my intent is for radical acceptance, both in my own life and outwardly in our community. So look forward to whatever tomorrow brings. I don't know. It might be some more of this Qigong. It might be some yoga. Maybe we'll do some meditation. We'll do something. I'm going to gather up that chi, bring it on into the belly. Roll the shoulder blades back. Receive that beautiful energy. Breathing in the possibility of global radical acceptance. That's what I'm bringing today, folks. Hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow.